Hey guys, so in Friday we have talked about numbers, and we also learned how we are going to say them, how to say them, how do they look like, and so on. So first of all, here's a summary about that lecture. The word number in Arabic is raqm, and this is the way you say it, raqm. Now if you say ar-raqm, that is the number. Okay, always adding alif lam at the beginning makes it something from unknown to known. Okay, so also we talked about how numbers became to be, the numbers we know them now. So the number we use them in English, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, those actually are invented by an Arab, well, not Arab mathematician. Actually, it's a Persian mathematician. His name is Muhammad Musa al-Khwarizmi, and the last name al-Khwarizmi is just it comes because he was born or lived in a place called Khwarizm in what we know today, Iran. And that is why we call him Al-Khwarizmi. Very great mathematician. We owe him a lot. And so the way those become to look like that is, as we discussed in class, is because of the angles. So this is how one look like, and that's because it has one angle. That's why we call it one. If we do two angles, three angles. Oops, I should say actually 4 angles. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. You can Google this actually, and you will see that the number of angles represent the number. And people do, if you Google, how numbers were invented, you will see that there is some people say that 7, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some of them did it differently, but they still get 7 angles. Anyways, you get the idea. So that's how numbers became to exist, and that's the numbers that we used to use, or we still use them actually. But we also start using the Indian letters, or sorry, Indian numbers. So I'm going to walk you through the numbers, how do they look in the Indian shape, and how to say them in Arabic. So here's the number 1. Number 1 in the Indian version looks a straight line. Excuse me, I'm just not okay. Let me fix my thing here. Okay, so oops, 1, and then the way we say it is واحد. Okay, اثنان, or 2, looks like that, and we say اثنان, and then we have 3, looks like that, ثلاثة. ثلاثة. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Let's move on. 4 looks like this. Actually, let me just change the color here so we can look better here. Here we go. 4. Okay, that's a tab. Here, let me fix this. Hello. Whatever. Okay. Yep, it works. You got the idea. That's a ayn over there. أربعة. Here's the tones on ثلاثة. ثلاثة. Oops. Let me fix. I'm sorry. Trying to fix. Oops. What is going on? There we go. Stroke. There. Better. ثلاثة. And then we have أربعة. And then 5. That's not supposed to be there. I'm sorry about this. Okay, just ignore this part for now. خمسة looks like that. And then you say خمسة. خمسة. And then we have ستة. Again, ignore that part. It's just this. ستة is 6. ستة. You may ask me why we have tas in here, whereas we're saying ثلاثة, أربعة, خمسة. We're not saying ثلاثة as a ta. Well, remember first of all that there is two tas. There is a ta maftuha, or the open ta, and then there is the ta marbuta, which is kind of the knotted or the closed ta. We will learn these in a separate lesson. But for now, whenever you see this at the end of the word, if you stop on it, right, if you stop here after this word, the pronunciation of ta becomes the pronunciation of ha, which is that ha, and it looks at the end like that. But we still keep the dots. This is the difference between ha and ta. This is the ha at the end, and this is the ta marbuta at the end. The only difference is we see two dots. Here's no dots. This is always going to be ha, no matter what. For this case, though, if you're going to continue saying something, you pronounce it ta. If you stop on here and you do not continue saying anything, then the ta becomes ha in regard of pronunciation. For example, if I were to continue or just put a tone in it, it will be thalathatun. That I will pronounce the ta. But if I were to stop and put sukoon in here, it will be thalatha. I'm going to talk about that more in class. Sitta, we got sitta. Now, 7 looks like this. And it is sab'a. Sab'a. Actually, maybe there's a fatha in there. Sab'a. Yes, that makes more sense. And then we have 8 to look like just the opposite of sab'a. Thamania. If you flip sab'a over, you get thamania in terms of shape. And then thamania. Oh, let me put fatha there. Thamania. And then, oops, okay. And then here we have tisa. Looks exactly like that. Just don't do that little curvy thing. And then it looks like that. Tis'a. Tis'a. And at the end we have ashara. So ashara is a combination of 1 and 0. In Arabic, 0 is just a dot. So if we have to have a line here, that's where we write. This is going to be the 1, and 0 is going to be somewhere there. This is how we write ashara, or 10 in Arabic. Or 10 in English, عشرة in Arabic. So, excuse me. عشرة. Okay, we still have the ta marbuta, but since ra is a naughty letter, it's not going to connect. But let's go over them again. Here we go. All together. واحد اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية تسعة عشرة. And yeah, for the صفر or 0, we called it صفر. That's the more accurate way to say it, as the standard or the formal Arabic صفر. But you might hear some people saying صفر with a dhamma, but this is the best way of saying it. This is, you might hear some people saying it, and that's what they mean. They're referring to the number 0. The most accurate way to say it though is صفر. Okay, so that wraps up the lesson on numbers. I will see you guys in next class.